Hi, my name is Provincial Constable Anne McCoy, and I am the Community Services Officer for the Rainy River District Detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police. As part of my regular duties, my job is to liaise with school officials, administration, teachers, parents, and students. We hope that you'll find this video interesting and informative and full of resources for you and your community when implementing a Kiss and Ride initiative. The journey began for the Fort Frances Traffic Safety Committee approximately 2 years ago, when issues and concerns were arising around our communities and specifically the elementary schools in terms of traffic congestion, pedestrian safety, and vehicular safety around our schools. Traffic congestion impacts student safety around our schools in a number of different ways. When the kids are bicycling to school, walking to school, when vehicles are dropping their students off at the schools, where they're parking, the speed that they're traveling. Everything impacts the safety of our student. The first step in the process was to contact a resource that was familiar and had expertise with resolving traffic concerns. We went to the Ministry of Transportation Road Safety Office, Tom Marinas. Tom has significant experience in implementing Kiss and Ride in the Thunder Bay, Ontario area.
Tom Marinas, Ministry of Transportation Road Safety Marketing Office. We're here today to talk about their Kiss and Ride program. It started a couple of years ago in Fort Frances, and I'm really happy to say that today we see the fruits of our labor over the last couple of years. We see such an improvement in pedestrian safety, all for our children. A couple of years ago, when I was called by Anne McCoy of the Ontario Provincial Police, I really didn't know what to expect. Having had some experience with Kiss and Ride in Thunder Bay, I thought we could implement one school here in Fort Frances. When I came here, I thought maybe if we get 2 or 3 people together, we could form a committee. Much to my surprise, when Anne rallied everyone in the community, we had over 15 people who came to that first meeting. At that first meeting, there was so much support for improving pedestrian safety around the schools that not only one school came on board, several others did as well. Today, we see a clear-cut dichotomy between where the children should be and where the cars should be. So they're separated and there's no interference between motor vehicles and children. And that's what we all want. We want the safety of our children to be paramount around our schools. I'm really happy to say that because of this partnership, that the Fort Frances Traffic Safety Committee won an Ontario Road Safety Annual Achievement Award for 2012. Not to my knowledge, not in Northern Ontario, not in all of Ontario, did such a community group do such great work on pedestrian safety and for the kids in their community. So I'm very happy to report that this town will now serve as a model for other towns to implement right across Ontario.
The first project partners that I attended to speak with initially were the directors of education, both from the Rainy River District School Board and the Northwest Catholic District School Board.
I'm Heather Campbell, Director of Education with the Rainy River District School Board. We got involved in the Kiss and Ride project about 2 years ago, and it really came to surface. There were many instances where students were nearly hit by cars. Student safety is a focus of the Rainy River District School Board, so that issue, as it percolated to the surface, we sought out our community partners, namely the Ontario Provincial Police, Constable Anne McCoy, the Ministry of Transportation, Tom Marinas, as well as the town of Fort Frances and their bylaw officers who've been tremendously supportive of this program. Throughout the last year or so, we've invested a great deal of human resources and financial resources to this project. Our trustees, first of all, committed the infrastructure, the installation of a Kiss and Ride at J.W. Walker School, as well as incorporated as part of the Robert Morse School site plan. Our communication officer was really active in promoting it with parents and staff, and our manager of plant operations and maintenance, Travis Engie, was a key lead on this project. Is it working? Absolutely. Every day there are parents lining up to drop off their children, and kids are really excited to be greeted by staff. It's a great start to the morning and a great end to the school day. And most importantly, it really represents community, schools, parents, all coming together in the best interest of student safety.
Hi, my name is Travis Engie. I'm the Manager of Plant Operations and Maintenance for the Rainy River District School Board. My part in the implementation of the Kiss and Ride program started when I first started with the school board. I came on board back in July of 2012 when the design phase was just about midway for the Kiss and Ride program. We had been in discussion with the Fort Frances Traffic Safety Committee about the potential for this project, and working with them, we continued to develop the design for the parent drop-off vehicle loops and the changes to our bus loops. The whole purpose of this Kiss and Ride system was to separate the bus and vehicle traffic, and we succeeded in doing that at both the Robert Moore and J.W. Walker schools by basically drawing a diagonal line through the properties and having them take completely separate routes to and from the school. In the fall of 2012, we started public consultations with the neighbors that were going to be affected by our project. We had public information sessions that I ran to answer questions and have discussion around the issues and concerns due to the changes in the traffic patterns that would occur. We had 2 of those in January and February of 2013 in order to address and answer questions for the neighbors that were going to be affected by the Kiss and Ride program at our 2 schools. I also worked with the town of Fort Frances. There were a number of bylaw changes that we were going to request in order to implement this program, from no parking, no stopping, some no U-turns, some no stopping bylaw changes at the schools to promote the Kiss and Ride program and keep the pathway safe to the bus loop and vehicle loop drop-offs. I made a presentation to council that then supported the Kiss and Ride program in principle and sent our recommendations back to their various committees for approval for the bylaw changes. And then, of course, I was involved in the actual construction. After the design phase was completed, working with my team here at the school board, we put the specification package and design package out for tender, and then hired a contractor to come and construct the infrastructure needed to do the Kiss and Ride loops. This consisted of a large vehicle loop at Robert Moore School and the moving of a bus drop-off for the school over to the east side. It also involved at J.W. Walker the construction of a new bus drop-off area at the back of the school, and we just reused the existing loop at the front of the school that used to be a bus drop-off for the parents and children to run the Kiss and Ride program.
Good morning, my name is Rick Bovair. I'm the Director of Education for the Northwest Catholic District School Board. St. Francis School became involved in the Kiss and Ride program. It was a pilot school for us to get involved, and the need arose because of a situation at the school where there was a lot of chaos with the drop-off and pickup of students. We had the arrival of buses at the same time that parents were trying to either drop off or pick up students. And I think there was a lot of frustration with parents who were doing the drop-off and confusion with students relative to where they should meet parents for pickups and all of those sorts of things. There's a lot less confusion. Student safety, which was a concern, has been that has been reduced. We now feel much better about the safety of our students around the drop-off and pickup. One of the other added benefits that's occurred is the amount of communication that's occurred not only within our board but within the partners that have supported this program. There's been continual meeting to review the progress that's been made and also to address concerns that are arising.
In implementing a Kiss and Ride, there's certain community partners that you're going to require to sit around your table. We thought that it would be beneficial to show you and to let you hear firsthand from our community partners. We had bylaw and public works, operations and facilities from the town of Fort Frances.
I'm the chair of the Traffic Safety Committee for the town of Fort Frances, and we were asked to sit in by Ann McCoy from the start as a subcommittee of that committee actually, and all those groups came together and we were involved from the start. And I think we'd all tried to help the problem in the past, but it didn't seem to cut it. And by everybody getting together and committed to it, we thought we could bring it to what it is, and it was a success. Yeah.
Back in 2013, we basically did three things. We sat down and revamped our bylaws. We set up several signs at all three schools. And the last thing is we dropped some curbs, sidewalk curbs, to make it more friendly at intersections, i.e. especially the one at 4th and Armit. From the town's point of view, we feel that the children going to school, walking to school, it's safer for them. People that are getting dropped off is safer. The number one objective of Kiss and Ride was to separate bus pedestrians from people that are getting picked up in motor vehicles by their parents. That has helped tremendously. So there's less congestion, there's more marshalling of the kids as they get out of school. There's no wild cutting across the road in between vehicles and that. It's all marshaled properly.
Kudos go out to all the groups involved, and it couldn't happen without everybody being committed to it. And I think, you know, if you saw the congestion and just the dangerous situation beforehand as compared to what it is now, you know, you can smile, and it feels good. It accomplished what it's supposed to. It's a lot safer for the kids to go to school, and you know, everybody should be proud of what we accomplished. It really went well.
There was one of the things, it took a while to get all the planning. I think people got to realize that there was a lot of review of what they did at other schools. We started off in Thunder Bay looking at St. Bernard School on River Road. We looked at a video from there, and from there we decided how to do it. And one of the things I'd like to mention that is kind of important, the landscaping at Robert Moore School, they stopped that project, delayed it a year in order to make sure that they had a Kiss and Ride system put in place. And it's been up and running since last September, and it's been working great. We see less congestion, less people complaining about dropping their kids off to school or their kids getting home safely from school walking.
Some of the amendments that we made to our traffic control bylaw were, the first one would be our biggest one, no stopping, no parking in and around our school areas between the hours of 8 and 9 a.m. and 3 and 4 p.m. These are the key times that we wanted no stopping, no parking on any of those streets. It just allowed for the parents to have a smooth transition into dropping off their kids in the morning and picking up in the afternoon. Some of the other changes that we made were no U-turns in the areas. It just allowed for parents to not be in a rush and try to cut into the lineup, as well as it just allowed traffic to flow smoothly north and south along our streets, or east and west. So one of the other changes we made was we implemented several parking stalls in front of our West End school, J.W. Walker. It's 30-minute parking in those stalls. 2 of them are handicap accessible stalls. This will allow parents to pull over and get out of their vehicle, park for 30 minutes safely, go into the school to have their conferences with their child's teachers or principals, or to go in and speak with their children. The main reasoning for us to implement our no parking and no stopping from 8 to 9 and 3 to 4 was because we did display out and diagram out the process and the flow, how vehicular traffic would flow around our school zones, as well as bus traffic. It was very important to separate buses and vehicles. The way our vehicles come in and pick up our children from our schools and are out of the area in a short amount of time. And I know that the way we have our bylaw amendments set up and the way that the traffic flows have been implemented has really allowed for a very efficient way to empty out 2 schools. I found that being able to have everybody at the same table at every meeting, going through every decision, working our way through all the kinks, and every decision that was made was very helpful, very efficient. Hear everything firsthand. I'm able to come back to my municipality, to my mayor and council, give them direct feedback as to what the group, what direction the group's looking at going in.
We had the Transportation Consortium, who organized all the logistics for our busing.
My name is Nikki Armstrong, Manager of Transportation for the Rainy River District Transportation Services Consortium. And my role in the Kiss and Ride was to arrange all the logistics of the busing. Essentially what we needed to do was separate the vehicular traffic from the pedestrian traffic and the busing. Number of years, we've received many complaints and concerns regarding near-miss accounts witnessed by our bus drivers, and therefore something needed to be done. My thoughts on the program is it's fantastic. I can't imagine it going off any better than it did. A number of comments, compliments from all of the bus operators and all of the drivers involved. They were just ecstatic to see the program roll out and be so successful. They have not witnessed any more near-miss accounts, which is fantastic. And I'd just like to add that I'm also a parent who participates in the Robert Moore Kiss and Ride. And as a mom, I'm very, very excited that my kids are dropped off every morning and picked up every day after school in a very safe, efficient manner.
We had members from our school administration, including parent council representation.
Hi, my name is Bill Daly. Currently, I'm the principal of Robert Moore Elementary School in Fort Frances. Previous to that, I was the principal of J.W. Walker School in Fort Frances. J.W. Walker was rebuilt about 12 years ago, and as a result of the rebuild, we had about 4 times the number of students in the school area. One of the concerns that we had as a school council and as school administration was the congestion in front of the school at the end of the day and in the mornings as a result of school buses, parents dropping children off or picking them up, or students walking to school. And we were looking at ways to address that issue because it was a concern somebody was going to get hurt. We were limited at our school, or at least we thought we were limited at our school, as to how we were going to address this issue. Where could we have the children picked up so it wasn't a safety issue? They weren't going to get run over by other cars and or buses or have an accident as a result of all the congestion on the street. So with support from the local OPP, Anne McCoy in particular, we introduced a program called Kiss and Ride. Kiss and Ride is a program that started in Thunder Bay, but it was implemented in Fort Frances. This is our second year that it's been implemented. If you were picking your children up or dropping them off prior to the implementation of Kiss and Ride at either of the schools, you would have seen, and the word chaotic comes to mind, all the traffic was in one area. So if you can imagine a school of 475 students, as Robert Moore size is, all of those students leaving to go the same area, all the parents picking them up on the same Crow Avenue, and all 10 buses still picking them up there, imagine the congestion. Now we have eliminated that congestion. All of the students who are picked up from Kiss and Ride go out the west end of the building. The parents line up, drive through the Kiss and Ride, we load them up, off they go. All the kids that go on the bus go out the south entrance and go to the buses, and there's no time when the vehicle traffic and the bus traffic are on the same street at the end of the day. The Kiss and Ride program in the morning has been widely accepted by the staff and by the parents, but the staff really understand the benefit of this program. So in the morning when the students arrive, the staff are first to greet them with a friendly, smiling face, open the car door, get the kids out, make sure they're safely on the playground, the parents drive away. Most times it's not more than 15 or 20 seconds that the parents in line or less, and they're gone. The response from the parents has been very positive, and the response from the staff has been very positive. The school council is 100% behind this. They see it as the best option to protect the children in the morning, at the end of the day, when they're being dropped off or picked up.
In addition, we had law enforcement, which was important because then we could find out the tools that the enforcement officers needed in order to quell any problems, any calls for service that they were facing in their daily duties.
Hi, my name is Ken Manty. I'm the Regional Traffic Manager with the Ontario Provincial Police based out of Thunder Bay. The Ontario Provincial Police Northwest Region Traffic Unit was invited to assist with the implementation of the Kiss and Ride here in Fort Frances in September 2013. We came and attended it with our 2 traffic units from Kenora and Thunder Bay, and we were here for the first day as the Kiss and Ride was implemented. After seeing the success of the implementation of Kiss and Ride in Fort Frances, I would encourage all communities to review Kiss and Ride to increase traffic safety in their area.
And finally, we needed some volunteers. We engaged our Seniors in Law Enforcement Together Committee, which was a group of caring seniors that wanted to be a part of their community.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Robert Schultz, and I'm the chair of the local Seniors in Law Enforcement Together team. Once the Kiss and Ride started, our volunteers were supplied with orange vests to identify themselves, and we were stationed at various points along the Kiss and Ride route to the schools. There, what we did was instruct people on how to utilize the Kiss and Ride, hand out maps if they requested them. We also worked with the employees of the school, namely teachers and principals, to make sure that we were stationed in the proper place. As problems arose, each day we would have a short debriefing to address those issues. Slowly, one by one, the issues seemed to disappear. People were getting on board with utilizing their route in a proper fashion and dropping off and picking up in the required time frame set by the policy of the Kiss and Ride. In the future, other communities wishing to implement a Kiss and Ride would be strongly advised to utilize their senior volunteer base within their community.
We're going to leave the Kiss and Ride Loop area and we're going to head over to the opposite side of the school where we have a brand new bus loop. The bus loop is large enough that it contains 3 buses. We have over 13 buses at this school. Any excess buses that do not park and wait for the children in the bus loading area, they actually queue up in a different part of town. And when the bus leaves, another bus is radioed to come up so that we never have any buses or vehicles parked on the roadway to add to congestion. Figuring out the logistics of busing was an incredibly artistic task. She was so creative on how she was able to schedule the buses down to the exact minute. We couldn't have done this project without her assistance. She invited us to come and ride on the buses, which was great because we could see then how important it was that we saw and met the challenges faced by the bus drivers, whether it was people parking where they shouldn't be parking, the snowbanks needed to be removed, if we needed to add a stop sign to an intersection to allow for traffic control for a bus to turn right or turn left. And we also made sure that we knew who was arriving and when they were arriving, and then the education of all the bus drivers. And Nikki Armstrong at the Transportation Consortium helped to line all of that up, and then the project partners supported her with what she needed in order to make that happen. We should talk to Mrs. King. So Mrs. King, we're doing a little video for other communities to tell them about Kiss and Ride and how the difference with our busing here and the separation of Kiss and Ride is. Do you have any comments about the program?
Last week I had the opportunity to be a teacher on the Kiss and Ride side of things. I'd never been out there before. I couldn't believe how smoothly it ran. The teachers know the kids are getting into the vehicles, seatbelts are on, and it's moving. We don't have parents calling kids through the buses as they're pulling in. It's just awesome. Kids are home, everyone's accounted for, and it's safety first.
Awesome. The parents are told Kiss and Ride opens right at 25 after 3, and the parents start lining up at 25 after 3. And this queue will pick up and hold at least 10 vehicles at a time. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Ann. How you doing?
Good. We're doing a video for other communities on implementing Kiss and Ride. Can you let our viewers know what you think of the program?
Started last year, and I've had kids coming to this school for about 4 or 5 years, and I found it really, difficult to pick them up. The roads were cluttered with kids. I don't even think it was that safe. But you come through here now, it takes literally seconds. The kids are in your vehicle and you're gone, and I think it's great.
Thank you so much. All right, take care. Have a great sunny afternoon. So we're visiting with Nikki Armstrong as a mom today, who's picking up her children.
Hi guys.
What do you think of the program?
I love it. I love how safe it is. It keeps the kids off the roadway. It keeps us away from all the other vehicles, the buses. It's excellent. It's so much quicker. I just love it.
Fabulous. What do your kids think of it?
What do you guys like about the Kiss and Ride?
What do you guys think of Kiss and Ride?
Walk across the street.
You don't have to walk across the street? Excellent. And
it's easier to get in the vehicles from here.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for buckling up. That's important too, right?
Yep.
All right, take care.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Thanks. Hi, Heather. How are you today?
Good.
Good. We're letting people know about our program, Kiss and Ride. What do you think of it?
Well, of course, I love it. It's so easy, so quick. Pick them up, you know they're safe. You can't beat it, you know. Don't have to come early, find a parking spot, go in. Quick and simple.
That's right. You have children that are in a car seat.
Yep.
How does it work with the staff? Do they help you with that?
Of course, they just quickly buckle them in, no problems.
So you don't ever have to get out of your vehicle?
I do not have to get out of my vehicle.
Excellent. That's right. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
We're doing a video on implementing a Kiss and Ride. Would you care to tell us what your thoughts are about the program?
I love the program. It's easy, it's convenient. It really frees up the streets so that people can get around other people and see around blind spots. And it's fast and easy.
How does it help you in the winter time?
I stay warm.
You stay warm. Excellent. So come on here. We'll go on three. On three, we'll say, I love Kiss and Ride. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I love Kiss and Ride. Awesome.